Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you are doing great. Our lesson today is Story in Module 9. Today, we are going to learn 4 new words and we are going to identify the main idea through reading and to locate specific details through reading. This lesson is in your student's book page 110 and 111 and workbook page 114. Let's start our lesson. Open your student's book page 110, activity 1. And look at this picture and tell me, what is it? Stork, excellent. For example, a stork likes eating fish. And here, the word stork is a noun. And have a look on this stork here. What is it? Excellent! Beak. For example, a stork has got a long beak. And here, the word beak is a noun. How about this one? It's a jar. For example, my mom puts the candy in a glass jar. And here the word jar is a noun. How about this one? Look at this girl. What is she eating? She's eating a cupcake. Okay, and the cupcake is delicious. For example, this cupcake tastes delicious. And here the word delicious is an adjective. And now you are going to listen and say, are you ready? Let's go.
Module 9. Story. 1. Vocabulary. Stalk. Beak. Jar. Delicious.
Well done, boys and girls. And now, are you ready to practice? Let's go. Open your workbook, page 114, activity 1. In this activity, you are going to look and find 4 words from this lesson. Then write. You're going to write the words either across or down. Okay, I'm going to answer 1 as a model for you. Here I got the word delicious. I'm going to write it across or down? Across here. Excellent. Now it's your turn. So pause the video and do the rest by yourself. And once you are done, play the video again to check your answers. Welcome back. Let's check your answers. Excellent. Jar. And the word jar, we're going to write it across or down? Excellent. Across. Number 3. Beak. And the last one, number 4. Stork. Well done, boys and girls. And now it's story time. Open your student's book page 110 and 111, activity 2. And look at the picture here and tell me, how many characters are there? Let's count them together. 1, 2. So there are 2 characters. And look at the picture here and tell me, where do you think the main characters are? Excellent. They are outside. Well done, boys and girls. And now you are going to listen, follow, and read silently to find out what is the story mainly about. Is it about Mr. Fox and Mr. Mouse, or it's about Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork. Are you ready to listen? Let's go!
2. Read and answer. Why did Mr. Fox invite Mr. Stork to dinner?
Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork. Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork were good friends. One day, Mr. Fox said to Mr. Stork,
"Let's have dinner at my house."
OK.
said Mr. Stork.
"I'm going to play a joke on Mr. Stork."
Mr. Fox thought.
"I made the most delicious soup in the world,"
said Mr. Fox. There were 2 dishes of hot soup on the table. Mr. Fox started eating, but Mr. Stork didn't eat any soup.
My beak is very long. I can't eat the soup in this dish.
Mr. Stork thought.
I have to go now, but let's have dinner at my house tomorrow.
Mr. Stork said, and then left.
"That was fun,"
said Mr. Fox. The next day, Mr. Fox went to Mr. Stork's house. Mr. Fox said,
"I'm hungry. Do I smell fish? I'm hungrier now."
Then Mr. Fox saw 2 tall jars on the table.
"I can't eat the fish in this jar."
Mr. Fox thought. Mr. Fox said,
"I see. I played a joke on you. Now you're playing a joke on me. I'm sorry."
It's OK. I'm going to bring a different dish for you.
said Mr. Stork.
"Thank you,"
said Mr. Fox.
Welcome back! So tell me, what is the story mainly about? Is it about Mr. Fox and Mr. Mouse, or Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork? Excellent! Mr. Fox and Mr. Stork. Well done, boys and girls! And now let's read again together to answer some questions. And let's start with the first frame. Does Mr. Stork accept Mr. Fox's invitation? And here we have the keywords accept and invitation. So let's go through the lines and look for these keywords to find the answer. Excellent! Yes, he does. Another question. How many dishes are there on the table? And the keywords here are dishes on the table. So let's go through the lines to find the answer. Well done! There are 2 dishes on the table. Frame number 3. Why Mr. Stork can't eat? And the keywords are can't eat. So let's go through the lines to find the answer. Great job! Because his beak is very long. Frame number 4. How does Mr. Fox feel about the joke he played on Mr. Stork? And the keywords here are Mr. Fox feel, joke he played. So let's go through the lines to find the answer. Well done! He thinks it was fun. Frame number 5. What does Mr. Fox see on the table? And the keywords are see on the table. Let's go through the lines to find the answer. Well done! He sees 2 tall jars. Frame number 6. Did Mr. Fox say sorry to Mr. Stork? And why? The key word here is sorry. So let's look for the answer. Yes, he did. Because Mr. Fox played a joke on Mr. Stork. And now, are you ready to practice? Let's go. Open your Students Book, page 111, Activity 3. In this activity, you are going to read again and complete the sentences using one word. I'm going to answer the first one as a model for you. Number 1. Mr. Fox wanted to play on Mr. Stork. And here are the key words to help you. What do you think? Excellent! Joke. And if you go back to the story, you will find the answer. I am going to play a joke on Mr. Stork. Now it's your turn. So pause the video and do the rest by yourself. And once you are done, play the video again to check your answers. Welcome back. Let's check your answers. Number 2. Mr. Stork could not eat the soup because his was very long. And here are the key words to help you. What do you think? Beak. Excellent. And if you go back to the story, you're going to find the answer here. My beak is very long. I can't eat the soup in this dish. Number 3. Mr. Stork invited Mr. Fox to his house for, and here are the key words. Dinner. Excellent. And here you can find the evidence. Number 4. Mr. Stork put the fish in 2 tall, and here are the key words. Excellent. 2 tall jars. And if you go back to the story, you're gonna find the evidence. And the last one here, number 5, Mr. Stork brought a different for Mr. Fox in the end. And here are the key words to help you. Well done. Different dish. And if you go back to the story, you're gonna find the answer. I am going to bring a different dish for you. Well done, boys and girls. And now let's move to Let's Think Bubble. And we are going to ask Ahmed some questions. Are you ready, Ahmed? Let's go. Do you think that Mr. Fox will play jokes again on his friends? I think that he isn't going to play jokes on his friends again because he learned the lesson. And why is it nice to play jokes on other people? Because it may hurt other people's feelings. Okay, Ahmed. So tell me, is it important to think about other people's feelings and needs? People must understand and respect each other's needs because it's the polite thing to do. How about you? Why is it nice to play jokes on other people? And is it important to think about other people's feelings and needs? Share your ideas. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.